All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Mohammed, and this is for IT202. The project demo that I'm showing you is for an API database slash shows project where essentially the user can search for shows and movies, add it to the watch list, rate them, all possible thanks to an API. First thing first, when you get into the website, you will see a registration form. On top, you can see there's only two options, registration and login, with really good styling applied to them. So with the registration form, we can go ahead and make a new email. We can call this we could call this demo at gmail.com. With the username, we could put demo. And for the password, we will just keep it short. And we'll do ASDF. And if we register and everything goes well, we will see a validation message saying it was successful. Now, just to show, as you can see, there is validation, which means there's certain requirements. You can't just hit register because it will tell you what you need exactly for each field. Like this one, it needs an @ and there's also certain requirements. I can't put something random like a with the username, and it'll show in a second when I fill these fields out what the exact requirements are. We could put something random here too, just a, and we'll put passwords that don't match. So first thing, it says enter a valid email. So if we fix this, we could put ASDF, let's say, at gmail.com. This would technically be valid, but the username still isn't valid. And you can see here that says username must only contain 3 to 16 letters, A through Z, 0 to 9, underscore or dash. So let's just make it 4 letters. 4 letters to simplify it. And then over here we have passwords that don't match. And that will tell us that passwords must match. So because we created that demo account, we could go into the login. If we have the right email, but not the correct password, it will once again say invalid password. So let's just put in an invalid username. We could do and it says enter a valid email or username. So let's just go back to our account that we created, demo at gmail.com, with the simple password we made, ASDF. And you are welcomed in the top left, welcome demo. And this is the home screen with, once again, great CSS styling. You can see here the home screen is pretty simple. It just guides the user on what they can expect and what to do. You can make a list of movies. You can search for them under the dashboard tab. You can see in our navigation bar, there is a few tabs now. We have home, profile, dashboard, watch list, ratings, recommended, and logout. And as you can see, we are in home. So after you search for movies under the dashboard tab, you can select and add the movies to your watch list. And you can rate movies and share them with others. And you can take a look at your recommended tab for, I guess, quote unquote surprises from the admin, which I will also show later. You can see here we have the profile tab, which I will go over later, but essentially you can change your email, username, and password. But let's go to the dashboard. So this styling right here, it makes you feel like you're in a movie theater. It's pretty nice. It's pretty simple and user friendly, where you can obviously see that you can search for any movie or show. So let's search for any movie. I was thinking we could do Avengers. If we search, this will go through the API and give a list of closely related results. So search. We can see that we have a few movies here that are obviously related to the Avengers that I typed in. And you can either select one, or you have the options to select multiple. So for simplicity's sakes, we will pick the first three, and we are able to add to watch list. And when we click the button, it gives us validation on the top left of the movies we added. And you can see we are now in our watch list. And it says demos watch list with the total of 3 movies. Now, in our watch list, there is a few things to look at. We can actually sort by when we added the movies, and we can show how many we want to see at once. So a user with thousands of movies don't need to look at everything at once because it could be overwhelming. There is a button to remove every movie at once. It's red, color coded to show that, hey, maybe you don't want to do this. It is a pretty drastic change. And our movies are all right here. So if we actually just want to remove one movie, like Endgame, we can do that by clicking the box and remove selected movies. Once again, you'll have the validation, movie successfully removed, and the name of the movie, Avengers Endgame. And next, just to show off the sort and filter feature, let me just add another movie. Let me just log back in. If we search again for another movie, we could do, we could go for a show this time, Dragon Ball, because who doesn't like that show? We could do Dragon Ball Z, and we can add this to our watch list. So you can see it showed up first because the default is newest. We could actually change this and make it oldest so we can expect a reverse order. And we could just put apply filter and see that it is now in reverse order. Or if we just want to see, let's say, 2 of the movies in reverse order, that would also work. Or newest, and that would also work. And of course, we could remove all of the movies at once. And we now have no movies in our watch list validation that says we've successfully removed every movie. And you can see that the watch list total updated as well. And next, I could show you the ratings feature, but first, we'll need movies to add to our watch list to rate them. So let's go back to the Avengers. And we will once again do the first 3. And now we can rate these movies. So we can rate the first one. It was a solid 10 if we're being honest. Avengers, I'll give that a solid 8. Infinity War, we could give that a solid 9. and we can individually submit each rating. And you could see validation on the top left again to show that we are submitting each one. So all of these ratings will go to our ratings tab that we will check in a second. Before we leave this tab, you could actually see a single view of each movie that we can go into where it says view details, and we can check out that movie more thoroughly. If you click the link, you will get the movie poster, the movie name, and at the bottom a few details like the release date, years played, the type. Is it a movie or a show? This is a movie, and a famous actor or two. And everyone loves Iron Man. So if we just go back to watch list, we already rated the movies, so next tab is the ratings. So with the ratings, you can see here that these are all the people who have rated a movie from their watch lists, and these are just different accounts that I've done before. You can see the demo accounts that we just did is on top with all these movies, and the ratings 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and 8 out of 10. And you can also see on the admin action column, we are able to update the movie, but only if you're an admin. Right now it is actually just read only, so we actually can't even type into it. And if we try to hit enter, you can see in the top left, you do not have permission to update ratings. We will go into an admin account and I can show you the functionality. You can also see that it shows all of the ratings, which is 14 as of now. But the default I'm showing right now is only 10. So if we actually just show 20, all 14 show up. We can also search by username. So if we want to just do the demo account, only the demo user shows up. And I could just filter to 1 and the first demo will show up. Now, just real quick, I will log into an admin account and update the ratings. So if I just go to my admin, and we go to ratings, there is now an option to change these ratings. And I will change Avengers Endgame to a 5. And you can see top left rating updated successfully. And it is now a 5. So besides the ratings tab, we have the recommended movies assigned tab. We could go to the movies tab, which is an admin related tab, and it actually shows all movies in users watch list, all unique movies. These two have the same image, but they are indeed unique. Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. They are unique shows. And it shows a default of 10. But if we just change the filter to a bigger amount like 20, we can see that there actually is more. There's 11. And we can reverse sort movies alphabetically or reverse alphabetically. So it is default 10, it shows alphabetically, but we could do reverse and it'll show in reverse order, reverse alphabetical order, and we can just show 5. And you can see the total movies also update, and we have it in reverse alphabetical order. And we once again have the single view where if we press view details, it will show us the details of the movie. Now we have the assign movies tab. Now with this tab, we are able to search for any movies, specifically in our watch list, and we can search for users and add our movies to the users recommended tab. So if we leave both blank, we will actually get every unique user and movie from our table. You can see we have a good amount of movies and users, and if I would like, I can put, let's say, Naruto into our demo account that we created before. And if we hit add to recommended, we get the successful message that movies are added to the recommended watch list successfully. And now if we log out and log into our demo, and we go to recommended, we can now see that Naruto is in there, and we can click view details to get more details. We have our logout, which we can log out right here. If we just go back to our admin account, we will have the last few features for me to show, which is for me to create a role, and we can name this test role with a description of this is just a test. And you can see here that if it has the same name, it will give this warning that a role with this name exists. So we could do test role 2. This is just another test role. Create it, and we will get this successfully created test role validation, and we can check it out in list roles. As you can see, I have made a few roles with their names. And test role 2 is right at the top with this description. And you can see if a role is active or not, and we can actually toggle it. We can also search for a role. So if I search for just test, all the test role names will pop up with their unique ID. And if we go to assign roles, if we leave the username section empty, it will give us this validation, this warning. If we search for a username like test, you can see the accounts. You can see which roles they have and which roles we can assign. So we can assign test, let's actually assign our demo account with admin, let's say, and we toggle it. And now the role is updated. And you can see now if we log out, we now have all the admin privileges, which means all the tabs here. And if we go to list roles and we toggle it, I'm not going to toggle it, but it will deactivate. It will no longer be active. And that is last, and this is the last tab we just have to go through, in which I can just change my email. So instead of Gmail, I can make this Yahoo. And if we update it, you can see profile is saved. If we log out and log back in with demo with the Yahoo account, Actually, we could try with the Gmail account to see if it still works. And it doesn't. Email not found. And that's because we changed it to Yahoo. And it works. Same idea with the demo, where we can change the username to demo1, update, log out, log in with just the username this time. We can try demo first to see if it works. Log in, email not found. Demo1, and you can see it welcomes me as demo1, and same idea with the password. The current password is that. We could actually do it so we have the wrong incorrect password. And it'll say the current password is invalid. So we could put current password as our real password, but if we have these that don't match, it'll say password and confirm password must match. And if we just save it, password reset. If we log out and go to the demo account again, but with our last password saved, not our new one, it'll give us invalid password. And if we do the new one, welcome demo 1. And that is just about it. That is the movie API database I've created. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Professor, for the amazing semester.